Hi guys, and welcome back to another lesson with Misha. Hope you've all had a good half term and you're still looking after yourself. Hopefully everything does go back to normal and we do all come back to school. Okay, so for today's maths lesson, we're going to be looking at the bus stop method for 3-digit numbers. Okay, so this is the bus stop method. The division is quite complicated, and I think the bus stop method is one of the simplest ways of working out long division sums. Okay, so you've got your question over here, 145 divided by 5, and you lay it out as you can see over here. So the 5 is called the divisor, the number you divide it by, that goes on the outside. The bigger number, the one that you're dividing, that goes inside the bus stop, which is called the dividend, and then the quotient is the number at the top that's basically the answer, and then you've got the remainder. So your first step is to work out how many 5s are there in, okay, and 5s doesn't go into 1 because 5 is bigger than 1. So 5 goes into 1 0 times, so you put the 0 over there, and then how many do you have left over? We have the 1 that's left over, which is over there. So the 1 is then carried over. How many 5s are now there in 14? We have 2 5s in 14 because we go 5, 10, and then we've got the 4 left over, the 4 remainder. So we've got the 2 goes at the top, and then you've got the leftovers, which is 4, goes next to the next number, and then you work out how many 5s go into 45, and then you basically just count up: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and your answer is 9. So that's how you work out this question. Okay, so the answer is 29. Okay. Now let's have a look at this example and let's do this together. So it's already been set out for you. Now pause the video for a minute and just think to yourself, what were the steps that I followed through in the other sum to work it out? Okay, so once you've paused it, try to figure it out, and then we go through it together. Okay, so well done. After setting it out, the first thing we do is we work out how many 5s goes into the first number, which is 6. How many 5s are in 6? So 5 goes into 6 one time, because when we count up in 5s, you go 5, 10. 10 is too big, so 5 goes into 6 once, and then we have that 1 left over. And the 1 that's left over is given to our neighbor, which is the 7. So then now that gives us 17. So how many 5s are there in 17? So let's count up in 5s. 5, tell me when to stop. 10, 15, 20. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 is too big and 15 is roughly close to 17. So that's 3 times. And then how do we get from 15 to 17? What do we have left over? Well done. We have 2 left over. So then the 2 is given to the neighbor, which is the 0. Now we've got 5 into 20. So we can go 5, 10, 15, 20. It's a perfect match. 4. So your answer now is 134. Great. Now let's do one more together. Okay. Now what I want you to do is pause the video for a minute. Okay. And work this out. Let's do it as we go along. Okay, so you can pause the video whenever you need to. The first step is how many 2 goes into 3. Well done. 2 goes into 3 once. And how do we get from 2 to 3? How many do we have left over? Well done. We have 1 left over. You guys are doing great. Okay, now once the 1 is given to the neighbor, the 6, it becomes 16. Then we figure out how many 2's are there in 16. So we do 2 into 16. We just count in 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Excellent. It goes into 16 8 times. Do we have any left over? No. So do we need to give anything to the neighbor? Well done. No, we don't. So 2 goes into 2 once. We all know that. Excellent. Great. Okay, so the answer is 181. Well done. Now I want you to pause the video and do this question all by yourself. Okay, and what I also want you to do is label the divisor, dividend, quotient and remainder. Draw a little example and I want you to label all those using those keywords. Okay, so 608 divided by 2. Okay, excellent. So 2 goes into 6. How many times? 2, 4, 6. Excellent. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Now what's the next step? Excellent. 2, how many 2's go into 0? 2 doesn't go into 0. Okay, so then what do we have left over? Do we have anything left over? No, we don't have anything left over because 2 doesn't go to 0. How many 2's are there in 8? We just count up in our 2's. So 2, 4, 6, 8. You should all know your 2 times table by now. I know you're all great at your 2 times table. So 2 goes into 8 4 times. Your answer is 304. Now, what I want you to do again is pause the video and have a go at this question all by yourself. Pause it for a minute or two, however long you think you need. Okay, and then continue the video. Okay, so 3 goes into 6. How many times? Let's count up in 3's. 3, 6. 2 times. Excellent. Do we have anything left over? Nope. Unfortunately, we do not have anything left over because 3 perfectly goes into 6 2 times. Now we do how many 3's go into 4? So how many 3's go into 4? 3, 6. 6 is too much. 3 is fine. So 3 into 4 is once. And then how do we get from 3 to 4? How many more do we need to add? 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So how many do we have left over? 1. So where does the leftover go? Excellent. The leftover is then given to the neighbor, the 2. So now 3, we need to figure out how many times 3 goes into 12. And we just count up in our 3 times tables. 3, 6, 9, 12. Well done. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Your answer is 214. Okay, so division using the bus stop method or in general is quite complicated. But with division, it's very important that you know your multiplication. So it's all about counting up and down, mainly counting up in your times tables. So using the bus stop method, you just count up in. So if you're dividing by 5, you're always going to be having to count up in your 5 times table. If it's 3, you're going to be counting up in your 3 times tables, not down. You're going to be counting up until you reach the number closest to the number you're dividing into. Okay, so your task for today is challenge 1 and challenge 2. It's on the Grange website. It's called division challenge 1 or 2 and it's labeled with the date. Good luck, guys. If you have any questions or queries, please email us, and I hope you guys are all sending your work in. Please try to send in as much work as you can because we are doing class chart points and we're doing the celebration assembly. You will be awarded and your work is recognized, so please send over work. Don't just do the work and not send it over. We do need to see you are completing the work. So once you do the work, just send us a photo or something, and then that way you can get your class chart points and awards and stuff is all adding up. Okay, good luck, guys, and well done.